Hello everyone and welcome to this Data Plus tutorial. Today we want to go back to our very first tutorial and modify an already existing input element to improve its capabilities. You might remember that at the start of our tutorial series, we designed our first text input in the form of a comment. In this video, you will discover the next generation of text inputs, the comment history. The comment history mainly takes place in a pop-up window similar looking to a chat window with a chronological order and a clear assignment of the authorship. Because we are changing an already existing column, it is not necessary to create a new database column. We can simply use the previous one. Therefore, we start by entering the Edit mode. We can open the comment column in the Data section of the Properties panel and simply change the input type to Comment History. In addition to that, further adjustments can be taken to achieve a design beyond the default settings. In the username section, a common practice is to fill in the expression subfield parenthesis OS user parentheses comma single quotes user ID equals sign single quote comma 2, and we will close the function with a parenthesis. This expression often leads to a fairly good result if the user account is personalized and contains a proper name or at least a part of it. If, on the other hand, the user account is composed out of a cryptic combination of characters, a mapping might be necessary to correctly display the authorship of a comment. After this, we have the option to choose a date format, and in this case, we also want to display the seconds in our timestamp. Before we start to test our new input, I want to draw your attention to the first comment that we made in our table. If we just recall that for the order, number 1 00753. We already wrote a comment, we can start our testing directly. For exactly this order number, we will open the dialog by clicking on the speech bubble. Write our comment, then click on the paper plane to submit our draft, and at last on the floppy disk to save it. Now we can return to the Data Plus site and observe how the result was saved into the database. With a mouse over, we can see the full content of a cell in a tooltip window. This view shows us that the previous comment was overwritten, and that the content of a comment history is stored in JSON format. At this point, I would like to point out that if you are working with APIs on the Data Plus table, the comment history has its own endpoint. It takes care of appending the most recent comment to the already existing JSON of the comment history without overwriting it. You can find the documentation for this endpoint directly on the administrative site. Just navigate over Documentation to API and then to Database. On the right-hand side, you will then be able to click on Add Comment to Table Entry. Here you'll find a short description of the functionalities of this endpoint and its parameters. At last, I want to give you a preview of how the comment history might look if more than one user worked with it. And here it is. Thank you for watching. If you don't want to miss any updates regarding the Data Plus suite, please subscribe to our channel.